Over the years, we have seen a lot of changes, both pre-COVID and post-COVID, and the needs of the community have changed significantly. So DIFFA found it important for us to expand our mission to meet those needs of the community as well. So DIFFA once started in 1984 as an organization providing services to those living with and at risk for HIV and AIDS. And 40 years later, that fight is still not over, yet we find so many societal plights that we need to address as well in order to reduce those HIV and AIDS cases in order to better serve the community. I started with DIFFA in 2013 as the National Director of Events.
Yeah.
And then in 2018, I took over as the Executive Director.
Yeah.
So it's been interesting. It's been a challenge. We've seen so many different things happen. It's, for me, to experience the design industry in this way, because really DIFFA was created by people in the design community as a response to the tragedies that were befalling their coworkers, their loved ones, and they didn't know what to do. So they formed together and created DIFFA and started finding ways to make people's lives better. So I find a huge responsibility in being the executive director and continuing that mission, but making sure that we're also not overlooking the other people that need help. And the more we talk to people in our community, the more that we realize that mental health is an issue. The unhoused, the food insecurities, these are all very big issues, and they need to be addressed. And those are some of the very same things that cause people to be at risk for HIV and AIDS. When you don't have a house, when you don't have something to eat, you're not going to worry about, oh, I should get tested to see if I have an STD or if I have some chronic illness. You're living day to day. So when we talk through all of these things with our DIFFA board, with the staff, and think about ways that we can better address the needs in our community, we have decided on our mission. That's how we came to our mission expansion and filling those needs. I think one of the big misnomers about DIFFA is they think that we're potentially a service organization. But at the end of the day, what DIFFA does is we grant money to other organizations. We raise money so that we can give it away. And not just give it away in a meaningful way, but we provide something that a lot of organizations do not provide, and that's unrestricted funds. So for example, a lot of the organizations we fund, they receive money from the government, but those have to go directly to programming. What DIFFA can do is we can provide them unrestricted grants so they can keep the lights on. They can buy a new computer. They can give somebody air conditioning in the summer in one of the housing units that we're funding. So they're able to use that money to keep the lights on and to really help move forward in a way that they couldn't do with only government funding. So I think that's important to recognize that DIFFA stands alone in that. We're one of the very few organizations that raises all of our own funds and gives them away unrestricted to organizations we serve. DIFFA funds a varying group of organizations, from some very small to some very large. Whether it's God's Love We Deliver and we're funding a particular program within that organization, or whether it's Visual AIDS, where we are the sole funders for an art therapy program. So we take our responsibility seriously, so the money that we raise, we work with the New York Community Trust to vet the organizations that receive DIFFA's funds. And we decide how we're going to disperse those based on the needs in the community and how much of a difference we can make with each grant. As the executive director of DIFFA, I think it's very important to understand who we're giving the money to, the organizations that we're giving